All right, as you guys come on in, please announce and let me know that you're here. Hey, how are you guys doing? Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you all. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been live with you all, so I am super glad to be here. I'm doing a couple of things new behind the scenes, so hopefully I can get this done. Please let me know in the comments if you can hear me. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able, if you are not registered with StreamYard, I'm not going to be able to tell who's speaking. So if you just let me know what your name is, that'd be great. So I assume you guys can hear me because I see some doing wells. I'm going to give it just a minute. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Colleen. Give it just a couple of minutes so you guys can come on. Is everybody ready for Christmas while I wait for you guys to come on board? Have you got your holiday shopping done? Are you ready? Because it doesn't matter if you are, it's coming. Christmas is coming with or without you. Hey, Shelly. And yes, you can hear me. Great, great. Shelly is all the way from Idaho. Shelly is my accountability partner. And let me tell you, if you do not have an accountability partner who is doing the entrepreneurial thing with you, it is a lonely field out there. So to have somebody who's sort of in the same space at the same place that you are at to be able to bounce ideas off of is great. So Shelly, I'm glad that you could join us today. All right, we've got, this is your first live video. I can't see your name, so let me know who it is so I can give you a virtual hug. And Sandra, I saw your post saying that you're not in the Christmas spirit. What do we need to do to get you in the Christmas spirit? I think you and your husband need to create a Christmas Grinch drink. Like a Christmas drink to get you into the spirit. I think always if you're not in the spirit, it's because you need more spirits, so to speak. So, all right, it is 4 minutes after. We're going to go ahead and get started because we have a lot to talk about today. So hopefully you guys miss me and you're ready to write down some stuff and get some knowledge today because I have missed you guys. So we Thanksgiving, I don't think we met Thanksgiving, and then we didn't meet the afterwards. We did a webinar last week. So lots of interesting things on. All right. So first and foremost, you probably can't tell, but I want to do a really quick shout out because one of my clients, her and her bestie started a eyelash company, and I think it's called Besties. And so I have them on, and they're magnetic eyelashes. And can you tell that they're on? But this is my first time doing magnetic lashes, and they were so easy to use and put on, and they don't feel like anything. So I love lashes. I love makeup. I just don't like putting it on. But these are awesome. You just put that liquid magnetic thing on, and then you slap them on your eyes, and boom, you've got magic eyes. So I want to shout out to them. I love to support people that are doing it, are coming together and starting their dream businesses. And so they've got this amazing, magnetic eyelashes, and they're really cool. And so my big thing with eyelashes is that my glasses, because I'm blind as a bat, I can't do contacts. I don't like anything on my eyes because I can feel them. But these are awesome. So anyway, all right, enough of that shout out. So super excited for all of you guys and ladies, most of you guys are ladies, who are here with me tonight live. So I appreciate that. So let's get started. So I want you, if you are new to me, this is going to be, I do this interactive and want you to participate. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and I'm going to want you to type in the comments your answers so that I can see where our audience is tonight. All right. So where are you getting your clients currently from? So tell me in the comments where you're currently getting your clients from. Getting them from social media, friends and family. Where do your clients come from today? And if you're not getting clients and you have no clients, put no clients, right? So what I want to know, first question is, where are you getting your clients today? Somebody writes nowhere. That's sad. right? Where else are you guys getting your clients today? Okay, while you guys are writing that, the next question is, wherever you're getting your clients from, are you consistently able to get them? Meaning consistently, month over month over month over month over month, you're able to get clients, right? I got some people putting friends and family, social media. Some people are putting no clientele. Some people are saying no clientele. Some people are saying referrals. Okay, so question number 2, is it consistently working for you? Some people are saying no, right? Some people say that they are no, not at all, right? And now what I want you guys to do is I want you to think COVID aside. Some of you jumped and have started your business during COVID, but I don't want you to say, well, it's because of COVID. I want you to think COVID aside, the answers to these questions, all right? So a lot of people are saying, no, it's not working for them, right? It's not working. Okay, so the third question is, and I probably know the answer if you said no and you're not getting clients, but let's say you are getting clients from your family and friends and it's sort of consistently working for you. Can you grow it? Meaning, if you do more of a thing, can you get more clients? It's also referred to, can you scale it? Can you scale the thing that you're doing today to get more clients, right? And my suspect is if you said no to the first 2, then the answer to the third question is no, right? So lots of no's on the phone or online today, live with me today. And nothing had been working. All right, so nothing's been working. So unfortunately, you guys are not in a space where you've got clients and they're coming in regularly and you can grow it and you can, so someone does say, yes, they can scale it. So that's great. All right, so for the rest of the other people, no, you can't, right? And that's unfortunately where most of you all are, is that you don't have a consistent way to get clients. And if you do have a way to get clients, it's not scalable, right? You can't repeat it over and over and over again and grow it to the size that you want, right? Let me just tell you this one statistic, right? Businesses fail not because their idea is bad or their business is a bad idea. They fail because nobody knows that they're there, right? They don't have enough clients. They don't have enough cash to operate. That's why businesses fail. So your problem that you all are saying no to is a problem that you have to solve if you want to stay in business. Does that make sense? Like if you want to stay in business post-COVID, when the floodgates open, because I really do believe that the floodgates are going to open once we have a vaccine and people have a significant amount of pent-up energy and are ready to travel. I mean, I went to Cancun in November. If any of you guys caught my live in November, I went to Cancun in November and the flight was full, going and coming. Even though the resort wasn't like at maximum, but the flight to Cancun, every seat was filled, even during COVID, right? So for those countries that are allowing Americans to come in, Americans are taking advantage of it. So it's not that people are not traveling, right? They're just not traveling at the volume and in every location. But certainly for the Caribbean, if you want to book travel, there's an ability for you to do that now. And even, I don't know that I'd go anywhere in the United States right now, but certainly in the Caribbean. So that being said, floodgates are going to open it up, right? And are you positioned to get clients, right? So when the floodgates open up and you don't have any way to get clients today, when the floodgates open, you're not going to have any way to get clients tomorrow. And if you're relying on friends and family to do that now, it's the same friends and family that you're going to have when the floodgates are open, right? And if it's not consistently getting you business when COVID is not our issue, you're still going to have the same issue. So we need to solve this for you guys now. Do you guys agree? Type yes if you agree. Like, do you agree that we need to solve the fact that you are not getting clients consistently and cannot grow that model? All right. Let me know if you guys agree. All right, someone wrote cash is scarce, which is right. Someone said that they don't have clientele right now. And that is the key that we want to solve. All right, so before we jump into today's, let me introduce myself. My name is Sunday Gardner. I am your online travel boss. I come to you every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central, talking all things launching, operating, and marketing and mindset for a successful and profitable travel business. I am so excited to be here the week before Christmas, before you all, and coming to you live. And so for those who have joined me live, thank you for joining me live. Those that catch it in the replay, do not forget to push hashtag replay so that I know that you are here. We have a lot to talk about today, and as you can tell, I'm excited because I haven't been live. I usually come live. I think I pretty much have gone like 6-month streak before I broke it for Thanksgiving. So super glad to be here. So again, my name is Sunday Gardner, and I'm super glad that you are here live with me. All right. So before we jump into how and where you should be looking for clients, let's talk about what a good prospective client looks like, right? And so from your perspective, what does a good client look like to you? What does your ideal client look like? Somebody type in, miss my braids. That's right. I took my braids out. So it's been about 2 weeks now. I think it's been about 2 weeks. I took my braids out. And so I was like, you know what? I haven't gone braid free in about 1.5 years now. And so it was time. So they'll be back up by January. So you won't miss them for too long because I don't like to do my hair. So let's talk about what you believe is what makes a good client. Write in the comments what you think makes a good client. All right. So someone that often posts saying that they miss travel, maybe a good potential client. Okay. All right. What else? What else in y'all's opinion, your opinion, for your travel business makes a good client? And I'm not going to talk until I get some comments. So you guys let me know and take a break. What do you think are the things that make a good client for you in your travel business? Now, I would suspect that someone that was traveling before COVID, all right? So I'm going to suspect that you probably don't know what makes a good client, right? You jumped into this business and the core of your business, you don't understand. Referring other potential clients, that's a good one, right? Clients that is not always price comparing or penny picking, right? That's right. But let me make this a little bit easier for you, and let's talk about the 3 characteristics that make the perfect client for you. And we'll dive into some of this more, granular items that make it, but there are 3 major characteristics that make someone a good client for you. One is they have a need and desire for your services, right? They want your services, or they recognize that they need your services, right? Those who are travelers, not tourists. I don't know that I agree with that, right? I don't care if somebody is a tourist. As long as they need a travel advocate, I don't care. I could give them a great experience as a tourist, right? I act so touristy when I go, right? I'm snapping pictures, I've got my camera around, I've got my selfie stick. I'm pretty much obnoxious tourist when I travel. I try not to be too loud, I try not to be the American tourist, but I'm very much a tourist when I travel, right? I'm either in my room, I'm at a bar, or at a restaurant, or I am out and about trying to absorb the experience of the thing, right? The experience of the location that we're in, right? So the number one thing that makes somebody a good prospective client is they understand, they need and desire the services that you provide, right? They need and understand, or they desire, right? So it's somebody who wants to go out of the country to Mexico, if that's your specialty, right? I've got a new client and her specialty is South Africa, and she wants to specialize in wine, art, and food, right? That's kind of the area of specialty that she wants to, right? So her ideal client will be somebody who's interested in wine, who has a desire to experience wine in different locations, art, and food in different locations, right? So the number one characteristic of a good potential client is somebody that either needs or desires what it is that you are offering, right? Right. So someone that needs help determining where to go during COVID. Self-booking can be confusing during these times. let's be very clear. Self-booking in a COVID situation, not having an advocate is not only confusing, it's risky, right? It's risky to get your family out of the country, and in the event that something happens, how do you get home? Right? You call the 1-800 number from Expedia.com. Good luck with that, right? Right. So us as an advocate during this pandemic and even post-pandemic will be critical, and people will need that. Will need our services, right? So number one is they need and or desire what it is that we have to offer. The problem with most of you all is that you don't know what it is that you offer. It's not just travel, right? So we're going to dive into that in a second. Number two thing that makes a good client or prospective client is they want a solution to what they need and desire. Does that make sense? Like they know that they need a travel agent but they don't want to do it, right? That's not a good client. A good client is somebody who wants to go to Aruba. They want an amazing experience. They know they need an advocate, and they don't want to be their own advocate. They're not going to give it to their sister-in-law to go figure it out. They want a professional to do it. They want somebody to solve their problem. Does that make sense? Right? They want a solution. Does that hopefully make sense? So look, guys, let me know in the comments if that makes sense. So number three is they are willing to pay for the solution, willing and able to pay. So there's a difference, right? Some people are willing, but they're not able to pay. Some people are able, but they don't want to pay, right? So those are the three characteristics that make an ideal client. And you guys don't even really are not even going after that, right? You're just kind of out there. You're like, I sell travel, right? But you don't know what need or desire your clients want, right? You're going after people, friends and family who don't necessarily want an advocate. They want a hookup, right? So that's not what you are. You're not a hookup. You're an advocate, right? You provide experiences that no other person in your niche is going to do it like you, right? You have a unique selling proposition, but you're not positioning yourself in that. So those three characteristics are important when we move into the next thing, right? So let me know if you guys get it. I think you guys are putting yes, you got it. I'm going to pause because I'm a little hot. All right, so number one important thing for you to understand when you get into any business, particularly the travel business, is you need to understand your client. You need to understand what it is that they want or what they need, right? So if you're in a particular specialty, right? I'm going to pick Disney. It's not my specialty. I don't know nothing about Disney, but it's an easy one, right? Well, let me pick another one, right? Wedding destinations, right? Sandra specializes in wedding destinations. And what is it that they need and desire from somebody who specializes in wedding destinations? Somebody who understands venues, right? Somebody who understands the destinations and options for having an amazing wedding, not in their hometown, right? So that's a need, that's a desire. They want to have an incredible wedding experience, and they know that they don't know. They want someone else to solve it for them. They don't want to plan it. Maybe they want to plan it, but they don't know how to plan it. They don't know what they're doing, and they're willing to pay for it, right? Most brides, even bridezillas, are willing to pay for somebody to cater to them so that they can have the exact thing and experience that they want in their wedding, right? So those three characteristics are important to understand. What is it that your client needs or wants from you as a service provider, knowing that they want to solve the problem and that they're willing and able to pay for it, right? If you've got those three things, you've got a great prospective client. Now, it's great if they also refer people, right? That's also great. It's great if they, they do all these other things that you're doing, but those three characteristics are the most important. So then now that you know what it is about your client that you're looking for, let's answer this question. Do you know why you're the solution? Right? Do you know why you are the bomb.com and are the person who's uniquely qualified to solve your prospective client solution? Just answer yes or no. Actually, 1 or 0. 1 is for yes and 0 is for you don't know. If you don't know your unique selling position, how is your client or your prospective client supposed to know that? Right? So many of you guys jump into becoming a business owner. You don't know who your clients are. You don't know what they need or want, right? You don't know if they're willing or able to pay. You're throwing up to your friends and family, and you don't understand why you are the bomb.com. And it's not just because you've got the superpower, right? There are a lot of people that have superpowers and don't know how to use them. So it's important that you understand and can articulate when asked why you are the solution to your prospective clients' needs, right? You need to understand why you are the solution. So here's some of the things that you need that help you understand why you are the solution. Don't be a generalist. Don't try and sell all types of travel to every single body. Specialize in something, right? Those of you that tell me that you have a niche, and when I ask you what your niche is and you tell me cruise travel, that's not a niche, that's an area of travel. When you tell me that you specialize in the Caribbean, that's just a destination. I don't know anything about your clients. You don't know anything about them. You don't know anything about how you uniquely help people who love the Caribbean, right? What about you is different than the Caribbeans R Us or whatever website I can go find that talks all about the Caribbean? What is unique about you, and why are you the go-to person for that solution? Make sense? Right? You need to know that better than anyone else needs to know it, and you need to be able to articulate it quickly and soundly when asked by your prospective clients, right? All right, number two way that you know that you're the solution is that you got to ask yourself, what are you doing now today to ensure that you are the go-to person? Are you doing anything to position yourself as the go-to person in your niche? Right? Are you guys doing anything? Are you doing anything special to position yourself? Are you showing up in the places that you're trying to get clients, right? As the go-to person. Many of you are not, right? So you're not doing anything special to put yourself in the limelight of the go-to person for your ideal client, right? Some people they go to webinars for training. That's great. Enhancing knowledge, right? Is that general knowledge or specific knowledge to your niche? Right? If you don't have a specialty and you're going to training, what are you getting trained about? Are you getting trained about, what is your training around? How does it make you a better solution provider in your niche? Right? That's the type of training that you want to focus on. You want to focus on training that's going to position you to get in front of the people that need you, are willing to pay and able to pay for you, and want a solution that you provide, right? That's the kind of training you should be investing in right now. Okay, so then the next thing is are you worth being the go-to person? Are you worth paying extra? And all of y'all better say, hell yeah, I am. Yeah, I am worth it. Absolutely, freaking lutely, I'm worth it, right? But you're not doing anything to act like you're worth it. You're giving away your services for free. You're desperate in your marketing. You're not doing anything that makes you any different than Expedia.com or Travelocity.com or any of these other .coms. Or frankly, your competitors, right? You're worth it, but you're not charging for it. You're not positioning yourself for it. You're not talking about how much you're worth it. And you're not doing anything that makes people realize that you're worth it, right? And so what I will tell you is everybody's posting packages on their homepage, right? That doesn't make you an expert in your niche, right? Everybody's posting the same packages on their homepage. That doesn't set you apart, right? Many of you are posting stuff on your business page. That's not even getting seen, right? Because Facebook, unless you're paying for those boosts, your business page posts are not even getting seen by anybody. 10% of the population on your business page is even seeing your post if you're not boosting them. So here's the thing. You're looking for clients in all the wrong places. You're doing all the wrong things that are going to get you in front of your ideal client. So let's talk about what you should be doing. All right, you guys ready? All right, so the last thing that I want to talk to you about before we jump into the actual process is, what are your traffic sources? Like, where are you looking for clients, right? Many of you said you're looking for them through, or you're getting clients through your friends and family. So you're looking to them to help save you and market your business for you. You're not doing anything to actively market your own business. And that's your job as a business owner. Your number one job is to market and sell your business, right? There's nobody else's job. It's not your friends and family. It's not your client's job. It's your job, right? You want to be a profitable, successful business. You invest dollars in marketing and selling, right? You invest dollars in gaining knowledge on how to market and sell if you don't know how to, or you hire people to market and sell for you. But there's significant amount of dollars focused in that area so that you can grow, right? So somebody wrote networking, virtual vacations, email marketing, and social media. All right, those are great marketing items, right? Networking is a way to get, that's your traffic source. Traffic source. Virtual vacations is, I assume, a method that you're using to show people what's available. So my question was your traffic source. Where do you get people to get on your email list? Where do you network to find people to get business cards from, right? To get emails. Where are you getting your people from? If you don't know what your traffic source is, then how do you get in front of your ideal client, right? So some of you guys, right, COVID's happened. You don't have a way to physically network. Maybe you were doing, local events and you were doing that. Probably not doing that as much as you were before. So the question becomes, what are you doing now? Other groups, people are going into other Facebook groups, right? Some people are doing ads. Great. Those are great traffic sources, right? And so it's really important that you understand where your traffic is and where you're going to get it. So I always say you have two options before you when it comes to traffic. You can pay for it or you can go and get it for free, right? So some free methods of getting traffic is to go into other people's group. I always say don't go into other people's group and start posting randomly, not providing value. That is a horrible way to market your business, right? Nobody likes it. Nobody enjoys it, right? So there's strategic, organic ways that you can grow your business, or you can pay for the traffic. I choose to pay for traffic all day long, right? It's easy. It's cheaper, less headache. I could do it on autopilot, right? But organic ways are good, right? So if you don't have a lot of money to invest in paid ads, then you go organic, right? But just do it strategically, right? So some of these things that you guys are putting here is great ideas for traffic sources, right? But still, if you are running ads and you don't have your ideal client identified, your ads aren't going to be effective, right? So you could have a great traffic source, but the wrong message. Does that make sense? Right? If you don't have the right message to the people that you are targeting, they're going to totally miss it. Do you know how many, like if you look in Facebook, because that's a traffic source that I teach right now. Look at Facebook. It's like every third item that's in your news feed relates to an ad. It's a sponsored ad. So that every third, do you know how much competition that is, right? 2 billion people are on the platform every single month, right? And if you are not speaking immediately in your imagery, your videos, your titles, your content to your ideal client, they are scrolling by you, right? So if you're running ads and you're not getting results, it's probably because you don't understand your audience, right? There's a whole myriad of different things. You're probably not running the right type of ad. You're boosting ads and wondering why you can't get leads, right? There's all sorts of nuances when it comes to Facebook ads that you need to understand in order to effectively get the results that you want, right? And most people don't know that out of the gate, right? I had to get years of training to get to where I am in the Facebook space, and most people need to do that too, because Facebook changes its stuff pretty much weekly. Right. Okay. So traffic is an important thing, right? So now we've talked about three major areas, right? We've talked about our client, what makes an ideal client. We've talked about ourselves, right? What makes us an ideal solution. And then where do we get our traffic? So all of that leads to a client attraction system, which is what you guys are probably missing. All the people who told me no, they're relying on friends and family. You're looking to the wrong places to get your clients, and then you don't know your clients, and then you don't know your unique selling proposition, right? All of that tells me that you don't have a system, a client attraction system. So let's talk about what that system looks like. You guys ready? And this is the last thing I got to talk to you about before I get out of here. So the solution to your problem is to get a systemized way to attract and convert clients, right? It's not an accident. You don't you may accidentally get clients, but you can't consistently accidentally get clients. Does that make sense? Like you have to have a systematic way to get clients attracted to you, strangers on autopilot, you can, or organically, where you're putting foot to the pavement and you're doing that. Does that make sense to everybody? Like, I need to get some feedback before I jump into the system, right? You need a systemized way to attract strangers to your business and convert them to clients, right? And that's referred to as a client attraction system. That makes sense to everyone. Is this helpful to you, right? So before it makes sense, is it helpful to you in terms of what I'm talking about? Are you like connecting the dots, right? Is that you started this business because most of you all, I don't want to speak for everybody. I don't know y'all personally, right? But I can speak for myself, right? When I jumped into my first business, I was like, you know what? I'm going to build it and by golly, they're going to come because I got the bomb.com idea, right? It's like, I got it and all I got to do is just build it and they'll come. And that's all I got to do. And the reality is they don't come. Just because you build it, you now need to drive traffic to it, right? You actually have to go out there in front of your ideal client and say, hey, I'm here and I'm ready to do business with you. And I am the person that can do it uniquely better than anybody. That's what you have to do on a consistent basis, right? That is the thing that most entrepreneurs fail at. They fail at being able to get in front of their ideal client and talk to them in a way that stops the scroll and makes them the ideal solution provider when the client is ready to buy. Does that make sense? That is the key that you need to do if you want to be successful in this business, right? And it's not hard to do. It's just a concept that most people don't understand. They believed the crack pipe that people gave us, which is travel sells itself. I don't need to do anything extra. I just need to tell my friends and family I've got travel and boom, I'm going to make, all this money and I'm going to have clients at the wazoo and that's all I need to do. Now, there'll be people who'll come in my inbox tomorrow and they'll be like, you know what, I'm doing great with my friends and family referrals. And that's great, but that's not normal, right? Normally, most people cannot make six figures from referrals alone. There's not enough friends and family, there's not enough referrals, and there's not enough people to pay the prices that I want in order to get me to six figures in the travel business, right? So I need strangers, and I need a lot of them, and I need them consistently, and I prefer, I got all these stipulations, right? I need strangers that are willing to pay, between $3,500 to $5,000 per trip, right? That love cruises, or, that are interested in cruising, right? I got all this criteria, right? That are, in their mid-20s, mid-30s, late 40s, early 40s, whatever my criteria is, right? How do I get that, my message in front of those people that I want to do, right? Consistently so that I can, on repeatable, know what kind of money I'm going to make based on that, right? I know my metrics so well. I know my conversions that if I do X number of, calls, if I do 15 calls a week, I'm going to get, 3 to 4 clients out of that because of my conversion is 30%, right? I know my numbers. Do you know your numbers to get to your goals? We're not going to talk about that today, but that's the kind of system I'm talking about, is understand your numbers so well that you understand what it takes for you to hit your goals. And you've got a process to get in front of volume of people on autopilot that allows you to be able to get to those strangers that are your ideal client on a consistent, scalable basis so you can hit the goals that you want financially, right? Okay, so let's talk about the system. Last thing we're going to talk about. It's a very simple system. I was working on the webinar a couple weeks ago, and I was like, you know what? I want to make this so simple for everyone. The system, your client attraction system, is as follows. The first thing that you need to do in your client attraction system is you need to focus on you, right? Everybody says don't focus on you, but you need to focus on you. What is the thing that you want to specialize in? And it should be something that you're passionate about. So travel in and of itself is a passion, but you need to go a little bit deeper than that. I want you to introspectively look at what it is that you want to learn about when it comes to the travel industry, right? Focus on you. What are your interests? What are the things that you like? Focus on you and develop a niche around that, right? You'll validate that niche to make sure that there's a demand. There's people who are willing to pay for it and people that are willing to go, do trips around it. But focus on you first. That's number one. The number two part of the system is focus on them, right? Which is your client. Who is your client that needs that particular area of travel? right? Or that area that you want to specialize in. So I'm going to use wedding destinations as an example, right? Because it's simple, everybody gets it, right? So you love weddings, then you should probably specialize in weddings. I don't like weddings, so I'm never going to specialize in that, right? Right? And who's your client? Well, people who want to get married in a non-traditional way, right? What are their problems? What do they desire, right? You focus on them. That's number 2. And then number 3 is focus on us, right? So focus on you and them in terms of building the relationship. It is not their responsibility to reach out to you. It's your responsibility to get in front of them and build the relationship. Does that make sense, right? So number 3 is about the 2 of you, right? How are you getting in front of your ideal client, building a relationship, and creating a demand based on their need and you as a solution provider for that need? Does that make sense? So that's a little bit complicated what I said, but the reality is just number 3 is build a relationship, right? Focus on the relationship. Stop focusing on the sale too early in the relationship. You guys are throwing up 3,000-5,000 packages to strangers and wondering why they don't want to buy. They don't know you. They don't know nothing about you. You haven't focused on them. You haven't introduced yourself. You haven't told them why you're the bomb.com, why you're the choice provider, why you uniquely can solve their problems. You've not positioned yourself in any way to them, right? So why would they spend $3,000-$5,000 with you? They don't know you. I mean, right? I mean, I wouldn't spend $35,000 with somebody I don't know when I could go to somebody that I do know and spend that money with them, right? And more importantly, the .coms make themselves positioned as the experts go-to people better in their marketing than we're doing. So until you do that, you're not going to be able to stop the scroll, right? Okay, so that's number 3, focus on us. And then the last thing is provide solutions and sell. Right? So it's one thing to build relationships, but if you're not focused on having a sales system, excuse me, let me take a drink. So if you're not focused on them to focus on conversion and having a sales system to convert them into clients, then what you've got is just a bunch of relationships, right? You're in business to do business, so do that business, right? Most of you are not really thinking of yourselves as salespeople. You think of yourselves as order takers, and you don't have a sales process, right? You don't have a way to take in requests, evaluate those requests to determine if people are qualified to be your clients, and then position yourself as the go-to person in the sale and then close the sale. You don't think of yourself as salespeople. So you don't operate that way. So we want you to operate. So that's the last thing, right? So before I stop, does everybody get that process, that system? I'm going to take some water, right? So I'm getting a bunch of yeses. It's not complicated. I don't want you guys to think of marketing as a complicated animal that you can't figure out. It's simple. Many of you don't have specialties. Many of you are operating all over the place. You don't know what you want to specialize in. You don't know who your clients are. You're not building relationships and you're not selling, right? Fix those 4 things and boom, you're going to have it down, right? So the problem is that still is a little bit nebulous. So this is what I'm going to talk to you guys about. So if you've been on this and you've listened to this part of the training, this is it. What I'm going to talk about now is how I help my clients get this system in their travel businesses. All right. So if you join and you're not interested in learning how to work with me, then thank you for joining. I appreciate it. You can leave and I'll see you next week. If you're interested in learning, stay on and let's talk about how I help, because this week I announced inside of the group holiday extravaganza. So you guys are probably like, well, what's a holiday extravaganza, right? It's the first time that we've called it that. And we've got some unique bonuses that are happening this week only. All right, before I go, there's somebody who wrote something. I want to make sure I didn't mean. I see the system, but how do you get the people to build the relationship? If you know your ideal client, you know your niche, what is the sales process to get the client? That's exactly what our program goes through, Cynthia. So glad that you asked. So let's talk about the program that defines each of these at a level that you can actually implement, right? So I don't have the time and 50-minute conversation to go into each and every step, but we do have a program that does, and that's called Travel Passions to Profit. So if you're interested in learning how to work with me, that is what we're going to talk about next. All right. So Travel Passions to Profit is a program that I developed. I developed it actually a couple of years ago, but we revamped it this year in June of this year and added the client attraction system part of the program. So the program currently, at the time that I originally created, had a business foundation component. Most of new people, when they start a travel business, they didn't know how to operate a travel business. They didn't know what their terms and conditions were. They didn't know how to create a sales process. They didn't understand sort of basic foundational items. And that's what we do in the business foundations. But subsequently this year, in June, I added the client attraction system to Travel Passions to Profit. And that is your sales funnel. So that is the way that you get your ideal clients in front of how you get your products and services in front of your ideal client in a methodical, systematic way. So what we do is we build you a sales funnel, not we, but I teach you how to build that inside of your business. And this is how we do it. So let's simply put, what we do is the first thing we do is identify what your niche is, right? To the client level, right? So not just to you, right? Not that I just love cruises, right? Or I love all inclusive, or I love couples, right? It's really to the audience level, right? And I call that your micro niche. So we go in the first module, we talk about your niche to your audience, and then we create offers around that, right? So we create introductory offers, which I refer to as stranger offers. We do that in the first part of the client attraction system curriculum. Second thing is in the system is that we build you a Facebook group around that niche. So if you specialize in wedding destinations, and obviously the group that we want to do is have you a wedding destination group, right? And inside of that group, what I teach you to do is to build relationships. So Cynthia, you ask, how do you get people to build relationships? Well, we're going to do that inside of your group with strategic content. Well, what does strategic content mean, right? Well, what do you need to show up inside of your group and talk about, right? Should you be talking about, if you are a wedding destination specialist, what should you be talking about? Well, what does it mean to have a wedding destination, have a wedding at a remote destination that's not locally? What are the considerations that you need to have, right? Each of your niches have a unique piece of information, desire that people need. We peel that back and we make sure that you create content around that. Hopefully that makes sense, right? So what happens is most people, they just start putting packages in their groups, right? Packages after packages after packages after packages, and they're not really focused on the problem that your unique client is in the group for. You don't talk to them. You're not showing up as an expert and the person that really cares about what their needs are and what they need, what they want to accomplish, right? So I teach you how to build those relationships inside of your group. And then obviously the very last thing that we've got to do is I want you to make offers inside of your group and position your packages or your services as promotion so that you ultimately monetize the group. So hopefully that makes sense. That's the system that we deploy into your travel business. And I teach you how to run Facebook ads so that you grow that group consistently. And those are your new leads. And I teach you how to convert. All right. So that's what we're doing in client attraction system. Now, this week only, we've got some unique bonuses. Normally, you get inside of Travel Passions to Profit, you get access to my inner circle for 3 months. And this week only, you're going to get an extra month of access to the inner circle. So 3 months is normal. 1 extra month is what we're doing this week. And then also this week only, you're getting a one-on-one coaching session with me that will allow you to kickstart yourself inside of the program before January. So that is going to expire in a couple of days inside of the program. So what I want you to do is, if you're interested in booking a chat with myself or Jake so that we can determine if this program is going to actually work for you and is a good fit, then my recommendation is go ahead and book a call. Actually, what you need to do is you just need to put holiday in the comments, and Jake and or I will reach out to you, and then we will schedule that call. So put holiday in the comments, and then we will reach out to you via Messenger, have a conversation with you, and we'll see if this program will work. Now, remember, the bonuses are expiring on Friday. So if we don't get you scheduled by Friday, then it's going to be sorry, Charlie, because it's going to be over. All right. So for those that put holiday, Jake and or I will reach out to you today, tonight, or tomorrow, get you scheduled so that we can determine if this program is a good fit for you. I don't do specials like this often. You won't get this special or this offer at any other time. So if you miss it this week, that's it. Sorry, Charlie. Okay. So this is what we're doing for the holidays, right? We are at the last part of this year, making sure that if you want to get a system in your business where you are able to attract clients, you get a good, solid business foundation, Travel Passions Profits to you may be the solution. I don't know. I'm not going to say every shoe fits all, right? That this shoe fits everybody's situation, everybody's vision. But if you think it will, put holiday down and let's see if it does, okay? Listen, for those who've stuck with me through the end, I am, again, super excited that you guys are here. You know, me and my team, the Online Travel Boss School team, we have been behind the scenes working on 2021. I am so excited about what we've got in store for 2021. So we're going to take Travel Passion to Profits program into 2021. We're doing some amazing stuff with that program. So for example, one of the things that you get inside of the Inner Circle is we come to you 5 days a week starting in January to support you, answer questions, help you inside of the curriculum. So get feedback, get our eyes on your content, get our eyes on your setup. We're going to be doing that 5 days a week. We currently do that 3 days a week, but we're moving to 5 days a week in January. We're going to be doing some unique challenges inside of the Inner Circle. So the Inner Circle is where it's at. I got one more sneak peek announcement. I'm announcing this officially tomorrow, but we have a graduation of our previous students that's happening tomorrow, and I will be inviting you all to that. So if you want to see in action what has happened inside of the Inner Circle, you'll be able to do that tomorrow evening as you celebrate with me, my team, and our graduates who are graduating the program. So I am so glad to be in this space with you all this year, this season of my life in my business, helping you guys, realize your potential, take that passion for travel and put it into a successful business. And, I thank you for your time tonight. Again, if you think that this is going to be an opportunity for you to participate, get your own system in place, just put holiday. It doesn't hurt to have a conversation. With that, have a great evening. Next Wednesday is Christmas Eve. So I don't know if I'm coming live. I may just drop in just to wish you guys a very happy holiday and do a special. I'm not sure if I'll be doing training yet, but I will let you guys know early next week. Worst cases, I'm not here, but I certainly will come in before the new year and let you guys, wish you guys a happy new year going into 2021. Thank you for joining me live. If you catch us in the replay, do not forget to push hashtag replay. I love having you guys live with me. Any questions, don't forget to put them in the comments, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great evening.